What's up, everybody? Keith from the Playmakers here, bringing you.
Nick Scorson.
And what'd you place?
26th at Brooklyn Regional.
And what'd you play?
Lair Infernoid.
Lair Infernoid coming at 26. Let's see what this looks like.
Alright, so we got the bread and butter, 3 Decatron.
Heart and Soul.
Heart and Soul on the deck. Not only can they do negate and banishes, but they can, with Lair, I can tribute your monster, so at any time I can get a problem off the board. And then with Harmonic and Truly, I can pop back row. Very versatile.
That's right, because tribute is
cost.
That's right.
Unfortunately, that's my new nickname because a lot of people don't know the ruling. So we got How I Negate and Banish, remember that, and Blow Up Your Boards. We got Nunku and Deviati. More importantly, Deviati in this format seemed a lot more important because when monsters are banished in this format, it's a big problem. So I seem to use this a lot more. We got 2 Petrulia and 1 Harmonic. It used to be 2 and 2, but with Colossus being able to protect himself and just a lot more protection with Banelings. I don't really care about your monsters most of the time because Lair can take care of it, so Petrulia is a lot more important nowadays. We got 2 Sightmas, my favorite card, Problem Solver.
This one that attacks twice?
No, this is the one that if it battles at all, it banishes a card at the end of the battle phase, and there's actually a good combo at the end with these 2.
All right.
Atondal, this is for OTKs, attacks twice, 28. Sajet, I can't stand him, but he's necessary, absolutely necessary because of the Void Feast. 3 Arima. Not only can he search for Lair, but if I have Lair on board or just in general, I can draw, so I can feed through my deck a little bit more. And then something that no one runs, but they're doing it wrong. 3 Lair, 3 Lilith, I'm sorry, because 2-card combo, you get Void Feast, and this card, it's double Lair, double Void Feast, I'm sorry. And also, with Lair on board, I can search for other traps that I run on my deck, and say I have over 8 levels on my board, I can proceed to normal summon with this without having to worry about using my graveyard or resources.
Nice, nice.
3 Vanishment. Every time I see this card, I get a little excited. This searches for Imagination and Void Feast. Most of the time you're going to search for Feast because I want to summon other monsters other than Infernoid sometimes. So this card it's broken. The best card in the deck, Imagination. I played 3 Salads, and every time I saw this card, Salads cried. I sent 6 cards from my deck from as cost for the Fusion Summon, and then I blow up 2 to 3, and my grade's full, that's all I need.
So you're telling me it's the better Future Fusion?
It's definitely better in Future Vision,
absolutely.
Right. And it never really comes up. It came up once when there's an Inspect board on the board to change levels so I can summon more, but usually you're just going to want to send it. Or more times than not, I'm going to use it as cost for Void Feast and pay it that way. Pot of Extravagance. A lot of people would think that I would play this instantly, but this is the one card I say I'm going to wait just in case because I run 3 Tierra and 3 Ensis, and sometimes you want to make sure that this goes off first. But if not, and I'm going to go for a Void Feast play, this makes it where double Void Feast happens, and if that happens, usually it's game over. Just advantage. I go second, +2. I have 7 cards in hand, and then 2 Lair. 3 is not necessary. Usually I'm going to search it, and once it does go off, that's all I need.
Right.
That card is so underrated. Tributes cost. 3 Void Feast. This isn't grass format. This isn't where I can just feed the deck. And one thing you might have noticed that I don't run Reasoning or Monster Game. The reason for that is I don't like RNG, and 2, the best cards in your deck are your spells and traps, and not your monsters. You want all your monsters all at once or not at all. You can't have indifferent, and both of those cards don't guarantee it, and not to mention they throw these spells and traps in your deck, so now your whole deck revolves on what did it dump, and I don't like that. So going second, break board, make board, evenly matched. Everyone at my local hates me. But this card is too freaking good.
Too good.
I think it's so underrated. And there's times where I'll be playing and I'll set it, and they'll be like, wow, I have to get those negates off the board. Oh, wait a minute. If I attack, I'm going to go into battle phase. Yeah, and you're going to at least get rid of 1 or 2 cards. Even 1 sometimes. And then, because combos, Colossus, I want to search, just in general, impermanence. And not to mention, Lilith sometimes could set it in a row of a Floodgate, and I'll turn it off.
Impermanence is too good.
Yeah. Side or extra?
We go extra.
Alright. So, Big Bad Bitch.
Tierra.
Sierra. I never used any other effect but the first one because you don't want to have their graveyards being filled at all. Otherwise, it just pop 2 cards, and there's actually a combo with this card later that I'm going to show you. 3 Antis for the pops, that's obvious. And then 2 Wee Witch, Doolittle, and
Oh, the new one.
Beat Bus, or Beat Cop, right? Yeah, Beat Cop. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Now, Wee Witch, and these are just so when I do go double Void Feast, I need to go for the OTK with a Tondel, say Simus, whatever. Most of the time, I go this card because if I have Lair, I'm usually going for the OTK. But also, I don't ever want to put the Fires back in my hand if this dies. I do want to put the Darks back in my hand, Liliths, other cards I can normal without having to worry about level restriction. So I have the 2 Darks and then 2 ones that don't, when Lair's on the board, I can worry about. Plus, this can get tokens off the board as well. So all in all, just versatility, and I just want to make sure I have enough targets because 2s is really what's most important. I don't really care about my extra that much. When you try to stop my Decatron, at least I can get off the board, less levels to worry about. Plus, it gives me some time. When I have double Void Feast on the field, usually I'm going to have 4 monsters and you say pass because you're afraid to banish your cards. And then you won't be living next to it because either Decode and some friends or Boral Sword and anybody will kill you.
You'll win more cards.
Yeah, definitely. You said you thought you had more time and then you forgot I was running that. I hate this card. I never bring this card out, but it's because of my side deck, and I add room. It's usually like my hand sucks and I have a Harmadic or a Patrulli and a Decatron and nothing else, and I just want to try to stay alive a little longer, get a card out of your hand. It's a win more, or it's not prevalent right now. And then my Spicy Tech and my favorite card in my extra deck, Red Eyes Flare.
Metal.
Yeah, it's so as Imagination says, drop 6 cards. Even more if you have some in hand, but more importantly, you drop 6, and from there, at least 2 of them need to be Sight Samus. Those are 2 7s. I proceed to pop at least 2 cards on your field, and then one of them has to be your Tierra. From there, that's pop 2 cards, 27, 27. That's 52 damage, and if I don't do 52 damage at the battle phase, I'll banish 2 more cards, so that's 4 cards or 52, and then overlay for Red Eyes Flare, and usually with Thunder Dragons, Salamangreat, and everything, that's a minimum of 1,500 extra, and you still have to deal with him, and I have a graveyard coming for you after, so.
Nice.
Yeah, and it can be destroyed by card effects. Side, probably the hardest part about my deck, and why no one plays it. You should see them all at once because going after game 1, most of the time I know I'm going to be going first, or if I lose game 1, I want to go first, right? And I go Trap Trick for combo and put it with Sanctum, or if I'm playing back row, opposite, put it with Heavy Storm. And if you say, well, what if you draw one or the other? Then this goes after Feast, and from there I have an advantage most of the time.
Activating Feast on the first turn you set it?
Say again?
Activating Void Feast
No,
the first
no, not the first. Well, as soon as I pass and I say standby phase, they look at me like, what? And yeah. So I go Void Feast or I go Sanctum right away. I played 2 Thunder Dragons, granted I lost, but I did it against Salads, where I go double Void Feast and Sanctum, and he was just game. He just shook my hand and that was it. So. And then for those set Thunder Dragons, I wish I ran a 3rd one. It's the one thing I'm going to change, and I'm still adjusting on Thunder Dragon matchup. That's my only losses of the day. And then when I did win game 1, and I'm playing against Salads, anything with hand traps or combo, it's versatile. I can either take care of your Sayuja or whatever that I know will be pissed off by, or if you have hand traps, then I can proceed with my Imagination or Void Feast. Gamma's just perfect for my deck. So
Unless you draw the driver.
yes, but it can come out. It can still come out, which is not so bad. And then considering on changing this, but as of right now, I don't have a bad Sky Striker matchup, but I just figured I'd piss him off a little bit more. All in all, I went 7-2-1. My first round was a draw If I saw the clock, I would have. I keep saying this, I would have won. But I lost 2 Thunder Dragons. I started off 1-2-1, and then I won 6 rounds in a row.
Nice.
I beat 3 Salad, 3 Draco, and a Sky Striker. And
Nice.
only one of those rounds I lost all round. Each other one was a 2-0.
Nice, nice.
So all in all, I had a ton of fun.
Any shout outs?
Oh, absolutely. Shout out to all team playmakers. Shout out to my girl because she'll kill me if I don't do it. Otherwise, I want to put Infernoids on the map. It's my favorite deck, and I won't be stopped.
All right, man. Thanks a lot, Nick.
Yep.
Let's hopefully see more of you here.
Oh, you know it.